Go! 1, 2, 3. Hey Robin, I'm here. So let's get to the challenges. My challenge was to find a 1-5-4 chord progression song that you haven't heard or that you don't know. I am not sure which was the challenge, but I have some that you might have not heard, and I think that some that you haven't even heard of. So I will tell you that. The first one is "And We Danced" by Macklemore. I believe you may know this, but I don't know if you have heard it. I have another three that you may have not heard of. Cheap Thrills by Sia, All Too Well by Taylor Swift, and Fear of Cancer by Ghost Cassette. I am certain that you haven't heard to any of those. And that, kids, is what you call an inside joke. Let's make it clear right now, my challenge is the same that I said last time, because, well, of course it is, and you weren't able to fulfill that challenge because, well, of course you couldn't. It was my fault that you couldn't upload on time. So it's the same challenge carries over to next, so you have to upload on time on Tuesday. Jordy, it's the same challenge to you. Oh, and you moving so much because of your school, it's going to be a great opportunity to make that a continuous series. Things you won't be doing anymore could become a series, because that way you could tell us what you've been doing all the time in each city you go to, and so we will know what was your life like there, like in a summary. And that would be amazing, because you could tell us what you will be not doing anymore in each city that you're going to. That could become a series. And my punishment, as long as you were concerned, I had to write a poem. But I actually found one in this page that is called Hello Poetry, and it's written by user Alien Poet. And yeah, I did some tweaks because I didn't like some parts, and I believe I made it better, but at least I made it more suitable to my desires. So, You're Always Fashionably Late by Alien Poet. You're late for the party, late for the ball, late in your red dress, late for it all. Late for summer, late for winter, and we're still waiting for you to arrive, thinker. Your high fashion sense leaves us in suspense, and your beauty is so immense that I want you as my present, in the present tense. But you drive us mad round the bend, and the thought of you makes us pretend that it would be great, but you're always so late. Thank you, Alien Poet. That was a great poem, and it made me be able to not go to the trouble of writing a poem. Well, Robin, that is it for my intro. Welcome to Victoryville. Oh, Robin, and I'm gonna change the font of the video just as soon as I can. And Robin, the topic of this video is you. You're the topic of this video, man, because you're leaving. You're going to San Francisco, to Frisco. You're going to live the dream. I keep calling it the dream. I'm not sure that if it is the dream for you. It's gonna be amazing, I believe, and you're gonna have a great time, I believe. And it's gonna be one of the most life-changing experiences that you have ever had, I believe. It's gonna shape you so much as a human, but not that much. It's not gonna change you, because you're just perfect for that adventure. I just see you becoming a better you than you are right now, but not changing. And I'm very excited for that, because you're the best, or one of the best people I know. And you becoming better is going to be amazing, and I will love seeing that. But there is one thing, man. I'm gonna miss you. I and your family and your other friends, we are gonna miss you so much. Because, as I said, you're one of the best people I know. And I am certain that you are that for them too. They like you, I like you, man. And they find you a great friend, great son, great brother, great teacher, great everything. You're amazing, great student. And we're gonna miss you. But here I'm gonna talk about why I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you because, well, you're one of my best friends. The thought of not having you here is, well, of course it's not heartbreaking, but it's not something that I love. Because I liked seeing you at least once a month, to discuss physics, to discuss movies, to learn music, to discuss pop culture, to play Smash, to talk about the videos, talk about my plans, talk about your plans, talk about Minerva, talk about anything really. We could talk about everything. And anything that we talked about was incredible because if I knew it and you didn't, you listened to me. And if you knew it and I didn't, I listened to you, and we would just interact so great. And that's part of why I think you're such a great friend, because we can have conversations that last forever. We could discuss Regina Spektor, we could discuss a book, we could discuss puppets, we could discuss music, we could discuss movies, we could discuss movies, we could discuss videos, we could discuss physics, we could discuss society, politics, philosophy, anything. And it was always a great conversation. And yeah, we're gonna keep in touch. You're still gonna know what I'm doing, and I'm still gonna know what you're doing, and we're still gonna have the a type of those debates through these videos. That's why we created this. But it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the conversation in which we learn from each other, in which we get to know each other better. And I'm gonna miss that, and I am going to miss that a lot. And I am certain that the new people you meet, well, you will be able to have those types of conversations with them, and you're gonna have an amazing time. And I'm still gonna have an amazing time, don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna miss that. I'm just gonna miss that so much. I have to tell you that you have taught me a lot. Well, I don't consciously think of someone that has taught me that much. Of course, my parents have taught me more, and maybe it's cool, but consciously, I know what you've taught me. I know my parents have taught me most of what I am, but I don't have it consciously. Your teachings, I have them consciously, and I'd like to thank you about that. You've taught me guitar, you've taught me music, you've taught me debate, you've taught me physics, you've taught me math, you've taught me chemistry, you've taught me language, you've taught me philosophy, you've taught me a lot of things. You've taught me also a way to be a great person. Because in your journey to becoming a great person, Robin, you're actually very close. You're actually closer than you think. And I'm saying this because I know more or less what type of person you want to be, Marshall, and you're near that. And I do see you becoming that. In a great, more smart level, but you will become that. And I am certain about that. You've taught me how to be a person, a great person. You've taught me a lot of things, man. And Robin, this is gonna sound a little bit over dramatic, but you changed my life. And that is true. And I think I haven't told you this, but you did. When I arrived to Morelia, I was quite different from who I wanted to be as a kid, who I wanted to be like all the time. I had just forgotten that I had a lot of different plans for life, and they changed. And it was fine. I did great on them. But then I arrived to high school, I entered Jefferson, and I met you. But I met you, and you were this incredibly smart, incredibly cool, incredibly artistic in your music, an incredibly just great person. And I started to like you a lot, because you were amazing. And that happens to people when they meet you. And the first thing that you reminded me of was my love of physics. Because I had forgotten it, and I had this burning knowledge here, stored. It was still here, and you started to talk about some physics and amazing things. And I went in like, oh yeah, this and this, and we started to conversate about physics, and all your passion, and all your knowledge, and all your way of seeing the world and the physics made me realize I loved physics. I remembered that passion. I remembered the love of science and logic and debating and just the search of knowledge. I remembered that. I remembered that I love it. And it was all because of you. And that set a whole chain of events that have made me who I am right now. And also you made me realize that I could be great. Here's how. You played your guitar, and you played like a fucking rock star. Like an amazing guitarist, like a legend. I thought. And I asked you, how much time have you been practicing your guitar? And you told me 4 years. 4 years. And you had become a master to my eyes. And so I thought, well, if I dedicate myself for 4 years, I can become a master. I can become great. Maybe not the best, but great. And then I started to do things. I started to write. I started to think of movies. I started to learn movies. I started to actually pursue my passion for movies and for physics, thanks to you. And then we went to competitions. And I was there because of you, because you were invited, and I was like invited because we were like always together, and I was also awesome at school maybe, but not as good as you, of course. And I was invited, and there I learned a lot. And that's the thing, your existence set a whole chain of events that made me who I am. I learned my passion for chemistry, I learned my passion for math, I learned my passion for YouTube, for creating, for helping people, for changing lives, for impacting, for being great. And also, finally, I learned from you how to be a great person. You have taught me a lot of things about being great, and about being nice, and about being a good person, about being just true to yourself. And I thank you a lot for that. Robin, I learned tangibly more from you than from any other person in my life. Because of you, I know I am becoming a scientist, becoming a cinematographer, becoming great. And because of you, finally, this point is the best. Because of you, I'm striving to be the best. If it wasn't for you, I would just be dreaming of being the best and thinking, one day I will be. But because of you, I am working to become the best. Because you taught me that one can be the best. Because of you, I got the courage to apply to the best universities in the world. And yes, I failed, but you didn't. And it's because you're great. And having an example right next to me of my best friend being worthy of the best in the world has made me think that I can do it. And you have made me think that I can do it. And everything surrounding me has made me think that I can do it. But it started because of you giving me the courage I needed to just try. A chain of events that started thanks to you, man. I really can't thank you enough for everything you've done in my life. I really can't. Thank you, Robin. You're the best. Let's keep this friendship alive. Let's meet each other in the future. And I'll see you on Tuesday.